This is how you know it's been a while. And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host, Ray. With me as always, we have Father.
I'm dropping out of the political race.
We have Leon.
Come on, Yankees. I'm watching this game between the Yankees and the Mets at the moment.
And last but not least, whether fashion be late or fast be on time, he will always be fashionable. We have Xavier.
Team Kamala. How you doing?
I absolutely can the fuck not.
Oh man, I see everybody's in a good mood today. I like that. And,
I just got this song, so.
all right, and without further ado, let's get right into it. We're gonna be talking about the election race. Um, from Donald Trump having an assassination attempt on his life to Joe Biden stepping down, and now Kamala Harris will now be running for president, and a lot of assortments of other things that's been going on politically. So I come to the panel. How do y'all feel about everything that's been conspiring these past 2 weeks?
Nigga,
Also,
wake me
material
up
like
when
the
we get to
list
this
chat.
part.
What up?
Hey y'all.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right. All right. Go ahead, Father. My bad.
I said, wake me up when this bullshit is done.
That assassination attempt was so goddamn fake, bro.
It was fake.
They didn't even do a good job of staging it. Whoever was supposed to be pretending to be scared or in the line of fire, XYZ. Did y'all see? Did I send y'all the one video of the lady who was like right behind Trump and had her camera phone out and shit, and supposedly the bullet like whizzed right past Trump and then directly past her, and she didn't even goddamn flinch. Get the fuck out of here.
I seen the video. It was just like she's.
And then don't get me started on this whole thing about Biden dropping out and Kamala taking his place. Biden is only dropping out because he knows that for the crazy stupid ones who believe this is real, that he can't compete with that. And Kamala is there purely because when the Democrats inevitably lose this election, they want someone other than Biden to blame it on.
So you're looking at Kamala Harris as a scapegoat?
Yes. What do they expect her to do as far as uh, campaigning, advertising, whatever, with literally a season to spare?
She already garnered
3 months.
She already garnered $81 million for a campaign. So I guess
I don't buy it.
no. They donated $81 million for the campaign.
I mean, even if they did, she ain't got time to really do much or organize much of a damn thing. This election is cooked. Not that it wasn't already cooked, because there's no good options to vote for, regardless of whether or not this is all staged, which it is.
Okay, so there you have it. Dion thinks Trump looking like the 2024 Boston Celtics.
And the Yankees lost. Damn it.
Go Orioles, by the way.
Well,
Stupid
I
birds.
feel like everyone has something to say every election. People are never happy every election. And I'm just here to see the outcome. Because I know what I believe, what I like, what I dislike, what I hope for, and that's just what I'm going to say.
Yeah, honestly, because these niggas, they don't deserve my fucking attention anymore. Every time I look at something stupid.
What was the topic about right now?
What Trump assassination attempt, Kamala Harris being nominated as the Democratic running for president, and Joe Biden stepping down. All of them. We're just knocking all that out there.
Um, um, I have to say, this has awakened the Democratic Party. So this is people are excited. Like there's a possibility. Ugh,
Ain't shit to be excited about.
Nah,
there is
nah, nah. It is kind of exciting. It's like that new season where that one fucking candidate where you thought he wasn't gonna get in is now in, and you're like, oh shit, you know.
a,
This is
she
nigga.
has
This is season two
And
for
even if
I
on
hope
even
that
on the off chance Kamala Harris does win, congrats on being the first female president of the U.S. I guess if on the off chance she does win, but let's be realistic, she's not going to win.
nigga. This is
why do you
America's
think that?
that top president, bro. I swear to God.
But why do you think she might not win?
Ain't no might. This whole thing has been rigged for Trump to win again. The Democrats are doing everything they can to, I guess, run whatever interference they can run because they know they're not going to beat him
See,
straight
that's
up in
the
an
problem.
election. But
Y'all get to underestimating emotional voters and people. And like mm, the fact is, a lot of people, like right now, a lot of people is very excited about Kamala. Like she has, there's
motherfucker,
a
for
lot.
what? I'm sorry. It's just
Let her finish, Dion. Let her finish her thought. Let her finish.
Just because you may not be excited about her, there's still a lot of people who truly, in their heart, with everything they love, hate Trump. And so Kamala, and they didn't want Biden because they thought he was just too old. So Kamala gives them hope, and the fact that I think she's being endorsed by Beyonce or something. Um, there's a she's she's back to that entertaining her blackness again, and she came out afterwards with the little song. People are excited. The world is like awakened now because the Kamala's back up there. Like they completely forgot her 4 years as VP.
I mean,
Do
she.
not do not underestimate her. The fact is, a lot of people still don't want Trump. Like when it comes to the delegates and stuff, because he doesn't listen or he doesn't follow suit what they want. And so Kamala, it's more than like it might be a little bit easier because she has the same vision that they want, and she's part of the Democrat Party that she might just slide right through. Like don't underestimate it. There's a possibility.
Okay.
I just find
If popularity really won these votes, yeah, Trump might win. But let's be honest, people want people that can do what they want them to do.
I just find that everybody is just has a lot of commentary about what she has and has not done, what she might do, what she did as a prosecutor, what she did as a attorney general. But when I argue the case of, well, what did she not do that you do not like? I find a lot of people just are not giving me any resources. And I'm not talking about what you heard on TikTok or on Twitter. I just want people to come with the facts because I find that a lot of people are not paying attention to a lot of the things that a vice president does. A lot of people tend to not do so. A lot of people do not follow anything regarding a vice president. They're always watching what Joe Biden has done. And the thing is, it was the same thing when Joe Biden was vice president for Obama. The joke was always running. He's always out eating and buying ice cream. What has Joe Biden done? What is he doing? And he didn't like gay marriage, and he didn't believe that it should happen, and blah blah blah. And then when he came into office, stuff changed. I find a lot of people hold certain things that she's done in the past as if she's Hitler because she sent black people to jail, and they don't even know what the cases are. They just see a headline and they run with it. And a lot of people are sheeple. A lot of people are followers. A lot of people have no backbone. A lot of people don't have a voice for their own. A lot of people don't do their own research. And I just think it's a bit silly. And I'm waiting for someone to tell me, well, who's a better candidate then? Because if they're paying attention to what all the stuff that Trump is supporting and what he wants to take away and what he wants to do once he is in office, we're going to be like Russia and North Korea. But
Mm.
people don't see it like that. They just say, oh, he gave me a stimulus check. I'm like, okay.
It sounds like you speaking the TikTok thing that you just talked about.
I'm talking. That's what people say. That's why they vote for Trump. And I'm saying it's silly to be sitting here saying this. That's why you want Trump because of a stimulus check. Because literally, people on my Facebook, I saw someone post that
Not to mention that stimulus check barely did anything for people.
because people didn't save it and use it for anything. They went shopping.
Yeah, I know. Same thing with PPP
I
loans.
had just lost a job. That stimulus check paid my bills until I got
Now, the
got the
stimulus
gig
check,
I'm working now.
the stimulus check is supposed to do that. You're supposed to spend that. You can save it if you want to, but usually that's
Shit,
to stimulate the economy. Hence stimulus.
that shit kept me in his apartment until I got the job I'm working
Now,
now.
now the PPP loans, I don't know why them niggas got upset because it was the exact same thing them corporations and them businesses did when they had to shut down for COVID. Them the lockdown released and them niggas was like, "Daddy, give us money," and then the government's like, "Oh, fine."
Yeah, but people were getting them with no damn business
Exactly. They did the same shit with student loans.
because they were sitting there just straight up making up stuff. And then
Yeah,
these businesses who actually needed it couldn't
they
even
ain't get
get
it.
it.
Yeah,
Now, how is that
but you know
possible?
what? But you know what? That's their fault because if the system is that fucking exploitable, then you should have thought twice than to think that they was going to use it for any, means other than themselves. That's what you taught them to. That's what you incentivize. So that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If we didn't have as many crooked people out here, stuff would be very different.
Agreed.
That's why you don't even see layaway and all this other stuff in IOUs and stuff. You don't even see that exist anymore because people took advantage through the decades.
Okay. I'm going to say this. One, as far as the Trump assassination thing, also didn't buy it. I thought it was fake. And the only reason I thought it was fake because I thought he bladed his ear because the way he kind of reacted, he kind of like swiped at his ear like it was like he had a blade in his ear, just to make it bleed. And I think he did that.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And
the old pro wrestling trick with the razor.
yeah, it was like and people. Yeah, and people don't understand like how do you do that? It was like wrestlers do it all the fucking time. It's like you have a wristband or you have a little blade in your wristband and you just cut a little part and you make it bleed. That's how they always done it.
Mind
That's
you, Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame.
yes. And I also point that out. It's like
Get
Trump,
I'm just saying.
Oh my God, these things write themselves. These things write themselves.
it's- now as far as Kamala Harris, first off, I've been calling her a person of color. I don't even like the term person of color, but since people can't decide that she's black or Indian or Jamaican or whatever she is, I just refer to her as a person of color. So do- I feel sorry for Joe because Joe didn't want to stand down, and Joe was adamantly saying like he's the only one that felt like he could take Trump down, and all the Democrats was like, "Sit your old ass down," and he was like, "Okay,
Rain, why the fuck are you calling her a person of color when she's literally biracial?
person of color." That's my term.
That's just out of spite towards her. Just let it go. Just let it ride.
Person of
That's
color is
what
Tyler.
Wait, is what?
Tyler, that's a person of color.
She's a colored girl. She's a
So why isn't Kamala a colored girl?
she's a person of color.
Oh my fuck, I'm confused.
You're missing the.
No, the only reason I call Kamala a person of color is because some people don't like. What I say? We don't understand if she's black or she's Indian or is she whatever
Well,
she is.
she's not black,
See, that's what I'm saying. She's not black. It's
but
I
she is a
said
person of color.
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
person.
She's something.
She's a color of person. There you go.
Yeah,
A person.
in living color, in living
She's a
color.
Kamala Harris is a very colorful person.
She's a
That's what
very
I'm saying.
she's a very colorful
Oh my God, y'all are horrible.
I've been calling her a person of color since she's not black. Okay.
I mean, has she ever said what she was? I don't even know if I've ever heard her out her mouth say that
For
I'm this or that.
for what we know, she like her father comes from Jamaica, but it's like from the Indian part of Jamaica, so like that. So she got like Indian blood in her.
Damn.
And yeah, because my family's like that too.
Her mother is the Indian. Her father is the Jamaican.
Yeah,
What they said was though that her father descended from people who owned slaves in Jamaica.
right. That's what it was. So
Huh.
now she's a slave owner.
So it's assumed that her Jamaican side is not just black. I think it's mixed, and then her mom is Indian.
Yeah, like her father reminds me of my Jamaican family, and it's a lot going on because you got Indian, you got of course African, black, whatever, wherever they came from, and then you have some white because we have white in our family. It's all over the place.
The white yardie. It's got the white yardies. It remind me of that one. I don't know if he's an Instagrammer, but the dude named White Yardie that speak fluent Jamaican. It's like, yo, that shit bugged me out the first time I seen it.
Patois.
I love patois, by the way. But
Away I go.
but back to Kamala. I do agree with Material Life that there are some people that are excited that Kamala is running because the adamant of a first female president ever, and not that many people's rocking with Hillary. But at the same time, I will say this: the person who's going to be against Kamala is going to be conservative black men. I feel like that's going to be her biggest enemy, like conservative black men that be just love everything that Trump does, and they're going to fight the
Ignorant.
battle. Thank you. And they're going to be the ones to fight the battle. Like I don't. I'm pretty sure like you don't hear white people say white things about Kamala, but I guarantee you, and I'm already seeing it. Conservative black people shit on Kamala Harris. So
uh,
that's what I'm expecting. And yet, a lot of black men don't trust her because she locked up a lot of black men. And to your point, Xavier, I'm not as knowledge on that area as I should be, so I'm not going to talk much about it. So, um,
what, what, what part?
huh?
What, her ethnicity?
No, not an ethnicity. Like her job as a prosecutor and how much
Oh,
what she was doing as a prosecutor. So I'm not that much knowledgeable on it. So I'm gonna leave that alone until I like do my research. But I'm gonna say I will say this. This has been a very interesting. Just not even at election, just coming up to election. I still think the system needs to be changed. For one, and right now we should be getting into debates now. So I will say, and I also will say this: Kamala has an uphill battle to have. Now she already got some Democrats, rooting for her, but I still feel like she got an uphill battle because it's going to take a lot for people to convince not only just putting a woman in president, a woman person of color as a president.
But I think another thing that you also have to understand, a lot of them motherfuckers that you just mentioned, they not trying to see a female Obama. I
Right.
feel like that's what they're looking at her as. They're looking at her as like another Obama, and they're gonna vote based off of that very ignorant type of sentiment. But I'm gonna disagree slightly that the conservative man is Kamala Harris's biggest deal. Her biggest deal is the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party kind of just set themselves back by doing this. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because the election is in fucking November. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a time and a place, but not when it's months before the election. That's all I'm gonna say.
or have the time to really do nothing.
And
And
and also, and I've said this, and I'm standing on this. The fact that Joe Biden did stand out, I feel like this was a waste of 4 years of presidency. I I'm standing on that. As black people, like 80% of black men and 90% of black women voted this man in, and really didn't really do much for black people at all. Like I understand, like he's not our president, but I do feel like we should have got our back scratched first. That's all I'm saying. Like if we're
but
the reason,
but that rhetoric though, it sets us back when we say that this person is our president or this person is our president. That kind of rhetoric sets us back because the president isn't really controlled by what the people want. It's controlled by both domestic and foreign interest. So whatever is good for the United States as a whole, not the people, but the institution of the United States. If we gotta go bomb somewhere in order to make $3 billion, that's exactly what the fuck we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So people need to stop this thing where they think the president really represents them. No, they're the figurehead to the real power. Now, the election that we're talking about right now and all the other elections, you notice that there's a pattern that they always say this is the most important election of our lifetime. They did this in 2020, they did this in 2016, they did this in 2012, and they did it in 2018. This is a pattern that they have in order to emotionally galvanize people into making decisions that they're not even fully aware of. But at the same time, I do think that like whatever Kamala ends up doing, the Democrats are going to be her biggest op because they still have to run with the knowledge that Joe Biden, did what he did when it came to Ukraine and Palestine and the job market and all the layoffs that happened. Like they have a lot of shit to address. So that's why I'm saying like this was not a good look for the Democratic Party at all because at some point if Joe Biden is not the president and he's the one that was responsible for all this shit that's going on, how is Kamala in the slim chance that she's elected president even going to, pick up on it? Because I know what Trump is going to do and the Republicans know what the fuck they going to do. But what is Kamala going to do?
interesting.
The, I think the real question is there anything she can do?
like I said, she has an uphill battle to fight. In my opinion, she has a she could end up winning. I'm not saying I don't think it's as
She's, we've already established she's going into this essentially not that it means not that it personally I think is going to mean that much of anything, but she's walking into this as a sentimental favorite to an extent, but I don't see this going well.
I don't well like I don't think that's her fault because
It's that's the worst part of it all. It's not. She's forced into this position. That's the most fucked up part of all of this.
I wouldn't say forced because she's supposed to be prepared for this situation. And tell you the truth, the way Joe Biden's been acting, I'm pretty sure she's like she kind of sort of knew that I might have to run because Joe is really talking about ice cream a lot. And like this and like the things I've been hearing what they say about Joe, like he literally gotta be literally um what's the word? Escorted to and from the podiums and some shit. And if he doesn't, he looks lost or some shit like that. So I feel like they should if you was going to do this, you should have pulled the trigger months ago or telling him to step down. Not July. And I feel like I think that's the problem you have that is that we're doing this in July. And it should have been done like maybe months ago.
You should have been talking about Kamala taking Biden's place, for the election. This is a conversation they should have had sometime last year.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was talked about when he was a running mate.
Yeah, but I
This,
mean, who said that Joe wanted to go? At the end of the day, it's that's because people are like, he needs to step down. What? Just because you say I should step down, I should step down.
Oh, Joe was like, "Fuck y'all."
I'm pretty sure, and don't forget, like, I'm sure conversations have been had because of his age, first of all, and two, like you said, she has to be prepared because when a president dies, the vice president steps in. Well, he dies in while in turn, the vice president steps up and becomes president. So I'm sure they already had all of this stuff in line, but you know, Joe, I don't think Joe wanted to step down. Joe felt like he was more than capable of doing the job. But I mean, people just see him kind of talking slow and doing other stuff that's not, the more skills is a bit, I forgot the term that I wanted to use, starts with a D. But yeah, I don't think he wanted to just step down just because everybody else is saying that. I'm pretty sure, you know, he had to have some personal conversations and then eventually he's like, you know what? Okay, fine.
They said Obama. They said Obama himself had to talk to him. He's like, "Yo, Joe, just sit down." Because I'm pretty sure, like, you're right. He didn't want to step down. He was like, because he said it himself. I'm literally the only one that could take him down. I'm the only one that he felt like he was the only one that could beat him. He felt like no one else could do it. In which he has a point because I say it all the time. I like Bernie, but the Democrats don't like Bernie. And
And then, I mean, look how many people had issues with Bernie just
yeah,
because
a
of,
lot of people. Yeah, the Democrats had
and
issues.
it had, and just the mass, they're like, oh, Bernie's too old. I'm like, is he too old or I mean, what is it? Because I felt like Bernie could handle a lot of situations too, and he was out in the field. But
it
I'm like,
wasn't his age. They was using that as an excuse. It wasn't his age.
More or less him being a socialist. I think that's the term. Him being a socialist. He really was like I'm about the country first, not the international troubles. I
But the
think
thing,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
I
about
but
mean,
the thing is about that is too, he wasn't even really fully socialist. He just wanted to pull back a lot of the policies that America had for a long time so it could free up some of the money that the corporations was getting. Now,
yeah,
the Democrats and the Republicans jumped him for it.
which is why I said no. Yeah, which is why I said the Democrats didn't like Bernie. Like the people loved Bernie, but the Democrats didn't. It was like fuck you, that. So
it wasn't even. You might as well call it a jumping because it's one thing if something happened to you. It's another story when your own people just kind of step aside and let your ops have their way with you.
yeah, that's what literally happened. It's like your
Like,
ops and the people you fuck with jumping you at the same time.
and you want to know what's funny about that? The Democrats and the Republicans jumped him, and then a whole bunch of rich people came in right after for an elbow drop, for a random ass elbow drop.
The people's, they gave it the
He
people's
ran while he was down
While he's down, they just come in with a random ass elbow drop. It's like you
for
didn't even
no
have to do all
reason,
that.
bro.
He's like, man, fuck
For
that
no
nigga. He was trying to mess with our money.
yeah.
for no reason, uncalled for.
It's like one gave him the people's elbow, the other one gave him the word from Scotty to Bobby. What's the other?
A leg drop, the Hulk Hogan leg
A
drop,
Hulk Hogan leg drop. They put him in the corner.
Some
They gave the New Day uniform.
and a coup de grace from Finn Balor out of nowhere.
The corner.
I was about to say there was I think there was a moonsault in there somewhere.
EO Scott just comes in with a random ass moonsault.
Um, motherfucking Neville come up with the black arrow. This
And I'm like, why the fuck you doing all them flips for?
Because he can. The fuck.
Like the hell?
what was it?
Nah, Bernie. Yeah, Bernie got jumped, bro.
Yeah, Bernie got jumped badly. I was like, God damn. Oh man,
I
so
mean, at the end of the day, nobody is ever satisfied with who's running. People have issues with everything. That's why I'm like, we'll just have to see at the end how this plays out. Because no one's ideal person is ever running.
okay. Now, any last question before we move on to our next topic?
There's a random RKO out of nowhere too. We forgot to add that.
Yeah, it's always on KO. I didn't know it. Um, Here's something we haven't talked about in a long time: motherfucking cops.
Oh
Um,
shit.
so what was her name? Yeah, I heard about the story. What happened with Sonia Massey in Illinois,
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw the footage.
and we all saw the footage. So she was fatally shot because I guess they thought she was going to throw some boiling hot water on her. So and she got shot in the head.
I mean,
Three
not
times.
that they thought she did, but I don't understand why he had to shoot her. I'm like, you couldn't just tase her because I didn't understand what was going on in that video. It
Or
just
you
seemed
could
like
have
it
just
went,
dodged the water.
huh?
You could have just dodged the water because all you had to do was just step to the side.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of what's going on in the heat of the moment, and like it is boiling hot water, and they're telling you to stop. And I mean, I'm trying to figure out what was like. I'm still trying to figure out how did it escalate to that point because I haven't found the video from before that. I just see the video of him, you know.
Oh, that's his fault. He didn't turn on his camera the entire time, which
Yeah, because I'm
that
trying to
was
figure out
part
how
of
did
it.
they get to that point of her saying I'm going to rebuke you, and she tosses the water. As she tosses the water, he shoots her, and I'm like, again, like you said though, like you like, did you have to go up on her, or could you not have used a taser? Like, I don't understand because I still don't understand how. a person calls for 911 and they're the one getting shot. So I'm still trying to wait for that other video in full because I'm tired of people keep showing screenshots but not showing the video.
It's just sad. It's but he could have tased her. He could to me, it was just like you had an option. You didn't have to go for the weapon. You could have just tased her. You could have did anything else but shoot her in the head. And and it's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just conspiracy theory me, but y'all find this weird that this would happen during election time, like this. Also, like,
I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say no just because there's always stuff happening every day. It's just that this one is kind of big at the moment, but it's a lot of stuff happening every day. I'm not. I'm just gonna say no because I mean, just today. Listen, I'm not gonna bring it up, but it's something happening every single damn day, and it's exhausting. But this one is taking a bit more of news coverage, and you kind of know why.
yeah, yeah, it was just sad to see. Uh, I think what I've heard that I guess she sensed the. This is what I was hearing that she does sense the demons inside them cops. Like like she does sense the devil in them, and that's why they shot off one of them, things like that. So I don't. So that's what I was kind of like getting at. Um, any shoot, sounds like we kind of go through this. So any last words before we move on to our next topic?
No, not really.
Okay, so this one I kind of like got into a debate with, but it was something that pulled up on. Jake, y'all seen them new Tesla Cybertrucks that's been coming out, right?
Yes.
So J. Cole was Xavier knows where I'm getting at. Excuse me, J. Cole was at one of them, and the people there kind of like kicked him out or like told him to go away, and it kind of like stirred. I know it stirred some type of controversy because it's one of those. Most people say look the part, be the part, but in other people it's just one of those can't judge a book by its cover things. So I come to the panel. What did y'all think about that?
I feel like. Sorry if I keep going forward, but it seems like people keep delaying answering stuff, so I'm at it automatically talking. But I feel like if you've worked in retail, especially in inner city, and you kind of know the kind of people that come into a store, you tend to kind of judge people based off how they look. And that's very unfortunate because you might think you're not doing it, or you might think, oh, I don't judge people like that, but you kind of do because after a while, you kind of know, oh, a person like this typically just comes in to look and don't really do anything, or they come in to waste your time. And depending on where you are, like it's all race. It's not no just a black person, but sometimes you just kind of like, oh yeah, I feel like this person's about to come in and waste their time. Now people were saying, well, they can tell that that's J. Cole. I'm like, if you don't know, but J. Cole is not on top of the world. So if you're a person who doesn't even pay attention to nobody's hip hop, no, you don't know that's J. Cole. And then you have people that are just like, well, this is how black people look. And I'm like, let's not say that because all black people do not look like that. And then they're like, oh, well, they should dress the part. When you go to certain places, you should look a certain way. Just off of me and how I was raised, I was always, raised to you come outside being presentable. You should come out to the world the way you want to be, presented, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know everybody doesn't agree to that. Everyone doesn't do it. And it does not mean, and it's not an excuse for people to mistreat you or judge you when you come in. But I've always joked, and this is for years, I've always said that he looked homely and he looked a hot mess. Because J. Cole would go to those basketball games
He's been
and
consistent. He's definitely been consistent saying that. So.
because remember when he used to go to the basketball games, I used to be like, what the fuck is what is he doing? I'm like, he looks a mess. And then people used to say to me, oh, what do you expect to do? Wear Gucci, Louis Vuitton? I said, I didn't say that. You could look very nice in all Gap. You could look very presentable in just wearing the Gap, Old Navy. But he just looked disheveled. Especially that one picture that was circulating probably like 2017 or 16. I don't remember the year. He just looked very disheveled. I was like, ew, no, I don't like that. And when I looked at the video, I felt like he didn't look dirty or disheveled. He just looked homely. He just had a basic t-shirt, some little cotton shorts, sneakers. The only thing was that his hair is never done because he's free forming or whatever he wants to call it. But I keep saying I want to hear the audio because I want to hear more. I want to see what really was happening because I feel like the videos is never like a clear shot. I feel like people keep editing it just a little bit, and it seems you make it seem and like they kind of cropping certain parts out, and then like it skips to another piece, then it skips to another piece. I'm like, I want to know what really happened because if it's two people coming in and you're interested in a vehicle and you're ready to buy, I just don't see somebody just not giving you no attention. And what are you just walking around the entire car dealership? Like I didn't understand what was going on in this video. So I need somebody to just upload it straight up. And that's all I have to say for now.
Anybody else want to talk about it?
Homely is a funny word. I'm sorry. When somebody says you look homely, that shit gets me fucking. That shit makes me laugh. But I'm sorry. Wait. What did J. Cole do exactly? I kind of spaced out.
Okay, they were showing off. They were showing off the Tesla Cybertruck, and the people, which looked like it was in Asia or something like that. So, but and the people there thought, I guess they thought he was a look. You know how J. Cole dressed, so
yeah,
they basically shoot him away. Oh, this was at a New York dealership. Okay.
Because of the fact that he appeared, homely.
Okay. Give me one. Oh shit, that's not the button. Let me know if y'all can hear it or not. Yeah, basically. First of all,
You see what I mean? What does the fucking video even tell you?
it did just did from what little, and I do mean little. For what is it? They looked like they were shooting them away. So yeah, I don't know what was said, but it did look like they were shooting them away. And two, that car looked like PS2 graphics.
San Andreas.
Yes, I was like, I don't. I think I don't get the big deal about this car, and I'm sorry. It's like this shit look like PS2 graphics. It's like this is
It
what,
and it looks to me. It just looks cheap in person. It does
yeah.
not look like something fabulous. I'm
Nigga,
like,
that shit is all chrome. It has no personality. That shit look like a fucking Minecraft block. You gonna drive a big ass chrome Minecraft block. Look at that shit. It's this edges.
If you ask me, I would have thought it looks unfinished. It was like, so y'all want to finish this?
Bruh. You gonna be
Somebody said that's the car you drew in kindergarten.
like, but just look at it. It's just a silver piece of car. Just boom. Like there's no personality at all. And then like
it's a damn Tetramino.
like nigga, it looked like a hidden Tetris block. What the hell?
It look like PS2 graphics and some shit like that. It's, like I drove this in Driver You Are the One. That's what.
You ain't shit.
I love that game though. It's just,
Dude, fucking god. Way to show me this age.
Bro, they told you to make a car, so you got lazy. So you just made a silver fucking block.
You just drew a brick with some wheels on it.
that shit is a fucking brick, okay?
uh,
Whoever came out with that design said this would look fly as a car. Should be ashamed of themselves.
Nah, the fucking pixies from Fairly Odd Parents designed this fucking car. Look at it.
we're pixies.
We're pixies.
Okay, this one I will say. In some parts, look the part, be the part. I do understand that. Like if you, I've been told that too. It's just like look the part, be the part. If you put a look
Someone
like,
needs to take it apart.
huh?
I said someone needs to take that shit apart.
Oh, you talk about the car, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've also, I'm also a big believer of I'm not going to be anywhere where I'm not invited or, and I get that. Yes, J. Cole does dress disheveled. I really do understand that. But at the same time, I've seen Bill Gates. I've never seen Bill Gates outside of a dingy polo shirt and some khaki pants and some New Balances. Like I understand, like I know who Bill Gates is, but at the same time, like I feel like he wouldn't get this type of treatment, even if J. Cole dressed like Bill Gates. I feel like he still wouldn't get that type of treatment.
I'm
And
sorry, but it's mostly the hair.
it's true, yeah. A lot of people don't like
It's
dreads
honestly
or
the
locks.
hair that makes people say, "Ooh," because even when I see hair like that, I'm like, "Mm-mm, you need to do something with that." So I can only imagine somebody who already a little prejudiced or racist. I'm like, no, I really do not like freeform hair. All that Rastafari, no, all that mounding into one from Miami and shit. Oh hell to the no. It looks a mess. I think Jay Z looks a mess, and I think he looks a mess. And the only person I liked it on was Amine and Jaden Smith. but theirs was a little different. I can't explain it. Don't ask me why. But J Cole's just looks like a bird's nest. So I think so. I really feel like they were really just judging off the hair. Cause his clothes didn't look dirty. Like he didn't look dirty. Cause the other white man that was in the video looked underdressed as well. I don't know if he worked there or not, but he didn't look nothing special. And to the whole point of Bill Gates, the thing with Bill Gates is like, if you see an older white man dressed down coming into a dealership, that kind of clientele usually has the fancy wife or the uppity daughter that wants the Porsche or the Mercedes, and dad just comes in looking all regular to pay for it. They tend to do that. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever really paid attention, but they tend to
The
look like
whole
that.
spoiled rich kid thing.
Because I've seen it. Because people be like, oh, they don't spend money on this and that. I said, okay, but their wives do. You don't see the wife, but honey, I know clothes and bags and jewelry. And trust me, the wife is spending it up. He's plain Jane. He don't care. But trust me, the wife is spending the money. So I can, sometimes, with those some of the older white men, they do tend to be very dry and boring. But they don't usually get judged on because like those white men from like the South that are kind of like dingy, but they have a lot of money. It'd be those
Hmm.
types that go to like Mercedes dealerships with fucking bags of money. And if, through the decades, that's kind of been a proven thing. And I think,
Uh,
it's just unfortunate. And plus, it looked like they're in New York.
Yeah, it's in New York.
And that's what's very concerning. I'm like, they should know better.
Yeah, it's a
Because
dealership in New York.
you don't know who the fuck is walking through the doors. And prime example, you don't know who just walked through the door, and it was the famous J. Cole. And now you look stupid.
just a little bit.
But at the end of the day, I still want to hear better audio. The audio was horrible. Every
Oh
time I hear
yeah,
the audio, I'm like, what are we supposed to be watching? Them just walking behind him? I said, I need to hear what happened. I need to hear the whole interaction.
I'm with you. I'm especially. I always say I'm a victim of the why. I need to know why. Okay.
Me too. Before I jump on the bandwagon, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, and then people don't like it when I do that. And it's just like, no, I need to know. Sometimes I need to know the full story. It's just like,
Yeah,
it,
because prime example, Sunny Houston was talking about
The way
always
people
believe.
lie these days, nah. I need details.
Yeah, like Sunny Houston always said, believe women when they say they've been sexually assaulted, this and that. And somebody said, okay, well, your son is in college right now. If somebody said something about him and it's not true, are you just going to believe her over your son? Then also she had to pause for a second. I said, well,
Xavier,
Mm.
you cracked the armor just a little bit. You
because I always think about that. I'm like, sometimes sometimes I'm always thinking what ifs and, well, it could be this. How do we know for a fact? People lie. People lie.
activated the trap card as you.
But I don't feel bad for him, not that much. He'll be fine. I'm sure somebody contacted him. He's getting VIP service right now. They're waiting for him in LA. They're gonna give him a free one or a big discount. Boo hoo.
Yeah, let's give a discount on a big old PS2. Damn
Yeah,
PS2.
he'll be alright, basically.
I'm sorry. I just think that cars. But I think a lot of fucking things out of me. So I'm not one to talk. So uh any last words before we move on to a final topic?
That car looked like a VHS player.
I look like a Betamax.
I don't know what you talking about the VHS car now.
Nigga, Lego made this car 30 years ago. You just made it like
All right, now on to our last topic, and we talked about this. I'm sorry. Um, I'm trying to get rid of stuff that's on my to do list. But if we talked about this, I apologize. But I did want to bring this up to the panel and hold on. Just- uh, damn, I forget how to do this. Okay. Again, let me know if y'all can hear it or not.
Saying how she broke up with this guy that was a really good guy, but that he just wasn't her husband. And it has a lot of people, well, I guess I would say men, up in arms about it. But I want to say that I totally agree with everything she said in the video. It wouldn't let me stitch it, but look up, I think her name is Amani, Amani, ex-boyfriend story. If I can link it, I will. But let me tell you something. I want my ladies to know that just because a guy is good to you does not mean he is good for you. And if you're like me, you're probably used to only toxic relationships. Because when I stopped with the toxic relationships and I healed and I started dating better quality type of guys, there was this one guy that was actually a good guy. Took me out on dates, paid for them, treated me with respect, kindness, and all of that. But I just was not that attracted to him. I just did not like him like that. And I remember I ended up ending things with him, and I feel like he got offended by it. But my thing is that just because you don't want a guy that's nice to you doesn't mean that you don't want a nice guy. That's something that I played around with myself in my head because,
But
here I
she
am in
said,
toxic relationships, and then I get this nice guy, and I'm like,
Yes, DR.
did she did she
Uh huh.
think this through before
Dizzy.
recording? I'm not even interested no more. I'm muting
Yep.
my mic. I ain't even interested no more.
Ray, did you get this? Did you see? Did you see my response to this on Facebook?
I know that you said you hate women like this, so I know you said that.
When I tell you I have an attitude all over again, because she
Dion,
made no fucking sense.
Dion just dropped out. Hold on, let me just finish. Let me
hey,
finish.
yeah.
Let me just finish this out for y'all. Oh shoot.
why don't I like want to try to move forward with him? I thought, okay, maybe I just still only want toxic guys. And he even hinted at it before, not directly at me, but he posted something on his Instagram around the time of our breakup, like, oh yeah, girls just want hood guys and stuff like that. I mean, and that right there let me know that he was not really a nice guy. But anyway, I want my ladies to
Girl,
know that
shut
a guy
up.
nice is really the bare minimum. It's not something that's that hard to find. And I don't want you to think that you have to settle on the first decent, nice guy that comes your way just because he's treating you nice. That doesn't mean that it won't happen again. That means that he's just not for you, even though he's nice. Don't settle on him. You're going to be unhappy, and it's not fair to him either. I get it. I get it. I know that you're probably used to not being treated well, especially if you were just new to dating like I was. But I ended up finding my husband, who is a very nice guy, very treats me very well, and it just ended up working for me better. He was just a better fit. I don't know how to
Someone
describe
married her
it.
dumbass?
When you get with someone and they're treating you nice and they're nice, and the nice guy that I dumped, he wasn't even just ugly or anything like that. it was nothing wrong fundamentally with him. It's just I didn't feel the connection, you know. I can't describe it, but you'll know when you date if you feel that connection or not. And I
Then you
just
didn't
didn't.
have a fucking
And
connection,
that's
bitch.
what's
That's it.
crazy. I don't like nice guys, but then I met my husband, and he is a very nice guy, very, very nice. Was very intentional about everything, and I don't know, we just clicked better. It was just something about him that clicked better. So yeah, sometimes you got to reject the good ones, and it just is what it is. But don't hold anyone hostage if you know that that's not your husband, not your person that you want to be with forever. Don't hold
Yeah.
them just because they're nice. Let them go. You know, you deserve more, and you deserve someone that you feel.
And y'all wonder why men are confused all the fucking time. But yeah, who wants to start first?
I'm sorry. It was just funny because of everybody's reaction. Because I can,
All right, go ahead, Father.
yo, I'm just everybody's reaction was funny. First of all, and I felt like as she kept talking, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And by the time she finished, I'm like, I don't even think you fully realize like what you're implying here. Because first of all, like you being attracted to that man or not is irrelevant. The fact is he invested time and commitment and effort and intention into you. And your reason for, you know, sticking along with it and then just saying, well, you know, it's like she's chalking it up to the fact that she wasn't really attracted to him, and then at the same time said that he wasn't ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's like all over the place. And then on top of that, it's like, bro, I'm not gonna date nobody that I'm not attracted to. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am. When I'm going to date somebody, I'm going to be very intentional about the type of woman that I date. It's just not gonna be somebody random. It's gonna be somebody that I see potential in. You feeling what I'm saying? And I could be either right about that or wrong about that, depending on the experience that we have. And that's it. I don't know why niggas make this shit so fucking complicated sometimes, but I feel like that's part of the reason why it's such a big bag when they got niggas on fucking YouTube just babbling about how to get a girl, how to get a guy, how to get, you know, pussy on the first date. And I'm like, bruh, at this point, y'all doing it like it's Olympics. It's dating Olympics out there. And you got a whole bunch of women there too that want it's like Build a Bear Workshop. That's like their mentality when it comes to dating. So you could check all the boxes and then have one box unchecked and then it's nope. And here you are, you thought you know this lady was gonna be not like the one, but like, you know, someone to get to know, and then all of a sudden you're on the chopping block because of something you probably can't help, you know?
You're nice, but
You're nice.
we're just not. I mean, you're great. You took me out to dinner. You paid for everything, but you're nice, but we just didn't click.
And I feel like if a woman says that out loud, that tells you what all she wanted.
Hmm.
She was looking for a fucking meal.
So I'm like, that's the only thing that you got out of it, like the conversation, like nothing from the conversation. Yeah, he took me out and paid for everything. Okay, girl, isn't that the bare minimum? And that's the only thing you're worried about is that he paid for your dinner. So
Look,
you used
man.
him for a meal that you didn't need.
Look, man. Look,
Don't get me started.
the economy is fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying? You get most of these girls done blew their money trying to follow God knows who on Instagram, trying to be some shit or whatever. Look, man, these broads is broke. That's why they're doing the shit that they're doing out here. Just call a spade, man.
These
These
hoes ain't
broads
going
is broke.
anywhere.
Broke
These
broads.
all broke hoes in the chat.
Hair done, nails done. I ain't got nowhere to stay.
um,
Oh,
I'm gonna speak for myself when I say this. I do. There's the one thing I always agree with women. If you're not attracted to the person, then obvious, obviously you shouldn't waste their time.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and some because I understand that like you have to be attracted to the person, and I said told people I always understood that, but my thing is it's just like y'all really do like wasting a motherfucker's time, and that's what a lot of men have problems with. It's not even the fact that you don't even like them; you waste their time half the fucking time. It's just like I'm waiting, and a lot of people, man, we're trying to get up out the dating pool. We're not selling it, but at the same time, it's just like I don't want to be in this dating pool. I feel like if I'm with somebody that I know that I can see myself spending the rest of my life with, I'm also going to pursue that. But I don't know, women be so wishy washy when it comes to like this dating shit. So
Well, we wasn't that a whole trend or whatever, waste this time, sis, or whatever, a few years back.
Yeah, but
Apparently, it hasn't
that's
changed.
city girl. Yeah, that's the city girls.
that's
You
the
know,
thing.
we expect that from them, but to turn it into something where there's now a genuine intention behind it, just because you were influenced by some random on social media, is the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's what you were saying earlier. A lot of them chase that shit, and then they think they doing one over, or they think they getting the bag. When it's like, no, you actually fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
there's people out here that's intentionally, genuinely trying to find something, and you over here trying to chase a fucking bag. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's probably why the dude caught an attitude when she ended it with him, not because they wasn't compatible, but it's like, yo, you could have just told me that from the start. Like, you let me get you out on all these dates, and the whole time you were just sitting there like, I'm not really attracted to this dude. Like, then why are we here?
Exactly. And I'm gonna also speak for myself when I say this. It is nothing worse than being on a date and you did nothing wrong, and and they just like turn you down just because. It's just like, and then you're just trying to figure out what did I do? It's like did I do something wrong? And then they look at you. You did nothing wrong. It's just
They used you. That's it.
yeah.
Like I said earlier,
It's like you're such a good man, just not for me. It was like, well, bitch,
Yeah.
what do you want?
She wanted dinner, or if it was lunch, lunch. She wanted breakfast.
Yeah, she wanted breakfast, lunch,
That's
and dinner,
all.
maybe some brunch.
Because I
Maybe
guarantee you, if you said, "Oh, let's go Dutch," let's just get to know each other, it would have been a hell to the no, or a real man would have paid for my dinner, or you wouldn't even have made it to dinner because she would have been like, "Oh no."
I remember I was watching this fucking show on YouTube, and dude was so it was this dude that's an Uber driver, and there was this girl that was like working at like a pretty big company or whatever, and they like liked each other, so um he took her out on a date, and he showed up, bruh. The nigga cooked the food that they were gonna eat for the date, because it was like gonna be like a picnic outing or whatever. And the girl got offended. She's like, "Why are you doing too much?" I'm like, "Oh." When she said that, I had to close the fucking browser, bro. I had to. She raised my fucking blood temperature doing that shit. I'm like, doing too much, yo. I was like,
oh man, it reminds me of that video of this woman she was playing on a date. It was like, why are you being so nice? It's like, what the fuck are you supposed to be?
no,
I mean,
I would dead ass laugh if I'm ever asked that on a date. Like, why are you so? I will fucking laugh in your
I would
face.
I would just leave.
I think honestly,
I would just leave. What?
honestly, and I'm joking. When a woman says it, just slap them. Just
Wait, right? You
you
can't.
know, why are you being so nice? Just wow.
You
Is this
can't.
what you want?
Oh,
That's
Ike
what.
Turner. Don't bring out the Ike. Don't bring out the Ike.
Don't bring up.
I mean, that's apparently what she seems to be asking for. I mean,
No. Put the Ike Turner away. Put the Ike Turner away. Don't smack her. Please don't smack her. I don't need you. Okay. I know you've already paid tuition. You don't want to pay bail. Come on.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You know,
It's a corporate Tupac.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
doing
Just
corporate.
you know what you do instead. Don't slap them with your hands. Slap them with your words. But do it, do it corporately. Well, I for one find you repulsive. Do some shit like that. Use some big ass word that she not gonna understand.
Yeah. If there's one thing I learned from gay men, just read them. Just read.
Yes. Hey, be like Electra from Pose, and just read the shit out of them.
Yeah. It, and also, I noticed this. It's one thing when a gay man reads a woman, it's funny as hell. They do not like it when straight men do it.
Because you really telling them something that they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And I love it when men, like on the little balloon
Pop the
popping
balloon
videos,
shows.
when
When the
some of
men,
those guys really get into some of them girls, and then
no,
the other girls start popping their balloons, telling some, you are a little too argumentative. It's a little feminine. It's a little too sassy. Oh, you start arguing with these people, and like I just feel like you don't know how to take rejection. I'm sitting here like, okay, girl, you and your 3 baby daddies, you and your
I'm
2 baby
saying,
daddies, and then you over here with these. Okay, I'm just be quiet because I mean I just don't understand. But I really enjoy when men get straight men get women hetero women that they've been on dates or we're going to date together and really give them a good taste of their own medicine.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Xavier? Before I met you, I was on the "You're Still Beautiful Queen" and all that other stuff. Now I'm so sometimes I be want them to talk about them. Like some of them are cute. Like
No, that's why I don't understand why all y'all keep calling all these girls queens. They're not queens. They're not princesses. They're not anything. They're just regular people. I'm like everybody cannot be a fucking queen. No. And then y'all let these basic run of the mill broads think they are something and they're not. They come with nothing to the table. But you're supposed to come with all this bullshit and she's supposed to come there with an empty pocketbook, an empty belly, and a bald head so you can put a wig on it. No. No. I'm like when men know their value as well, men shouldn't have a value as well. They'll know who the right woman is.
amen.
yeah, I'm with him. I was like, and he said, "Don't let these basic ass brothers."
No, seriously, come on, come on. I mean, you've seen these popping videos. I'm like, y'all heifers look like escorts, or you look like you're headed to the club to do Freaknik night. I'm like, this is how you're dressed. I said, mm-mm. I said, some of these men come looking, kind of okay and decent, and then some of these chicks come on there with like the wildest outfits on,
Oh
and I'm
yeah,
like,
I agree
y'all
with
think this is wifey material? Okay.
I agree with you because I be telling people I be damned if I be clowned by a bitch that stand like Tommy Pickles and Rugrats.
Yes, and some of them girls don't even can't even walk in a heel properly. They stand ugly, and
Oh
then they're
no.
5'2", and their hips is sticking out.
If you can't walk in heels, oh yeah, I don't. That's one. If you and I hate to say this, if your belly overlaps your titties, I'm clowning.
Okay, first of all, if your breast is touching your kneecap, your belly is tucked into your skirt, and is looking wild. You're looking like one big ball of Play-Doh. No,
Nah,
She's
yeah.
not
When one
ready.
dude was when the girl was like,
cankles.
my eyes are up here. He was like, I was looking at your hair on your arms. I kind of laugh at that one.
Now
That
he
one.
kind of now he was blowing me a little bit. I was like, y'all just be saying it. Just like the girls, their standards, some the reasons why they don't like some of the men. I'm like, y'all never come up with solid reasons.
I don't like his pants. I still remember that one.
That one,
Because
yeah,
that
that
nigga
one. I was like,
He said, I don't
Miss
like his
three baby daddies, and she over here 41 looking like a hoochie mama.
like. I was like, yo,
she was
what?
like you. She was like, you fine, but I don't like your pants.
You see, that's what be killing me. They all be like, you're so handsome, you're this and that, but you're wearing an anime T-shirt.
Like,
Oh,
bitch,
you.
okay.
Hey, so you can't change that.
Oh
You're just
yeah,
throwing
what was
away
the
a
one with the light
man.
skin dude with the dreads? He kind of
Because I'm
went
telling you
through
right
it.
now, if I was on that show, I would have been picking him. I'm thinking like he is checking off everything on the list, and you're worried about an anime T-shirt. And I didn't like the sneakers either. But trust me, I got a vision. I would have been like, I'm gonna buy you these sneakers. Okay, and you're gonna throw those away. Those are ugly. And yeah, and those dad jeans, we're gonna stop wearing those. Let's go to H&M and the Gap. Okay, and we're gonna put that on. Other than that, everything else is fine. You over there worried about a t-shirt, but God forbid one of those men says something about their ugly, fucking, trifling, inappropriate outfits. And oh, well, you must be gay because all the other men like it. Is that right?
I would have told her she looked like the Heisman Trophy. Better get the fuck out of my face
Listen,
with that shit.
I'm like, girl,
Wow.
they're looking at you to fuck you.
Like the hell.
Yep.
These men are looking at you like, oh my god, I want to run to Jared and get her a wedding ring. She is such a wife. No, some of you look like exactly what you think you're trying to do, and you're not giving City Girl. You're giving Sexy Red, dirty.
Uh,
Get it sexy. Get it sexy.
You're, not,
Mama, baby,
you're giving the
mama,
slums.
baby. A mess.
Oh man.
Real
The
quick, real quick, Ray, because at AI, we have some people that would have been on that show.
there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple of them. They thought they was
Because
hot
there's a
shit.
few dudes I used to be like, oh, he's cute, but what's going on with the teeth, or what's going on with the hair?
Yeah,
Well, I
there's a
was the
couple of
same
them. They thought
person.
there was a
I had to
couple of
catch
them. They thought they
myself.
was hot shit, and I kind of look at them like, you about as basic.
Listen, because there's some people that we all know personally, and we used to all have a little joke. And I used to always tell people,
Yeah,
this person is going. If all they need to do is XYZ, and they're going to look much better. And they started doing it, and they looked a lot better. And I used to always tell people that. So sometimes you just need to fix something, and that's it. And some people don't ever want to stick around for that. They're just like they don't see the potential.
it's sometimes not even something you need to change. It's just maybe just something you need to stop doing.
Did-
Oh, the first person I kind of got at was Zachary. I don't know if y'all remember Zachary, but
Yes.
nigga used to wear like shirts with and the collar used to be just fucking dingy as shit. And I told him stop wearing that shit.
No, but I think it's important for men to tell other men stuff like that.
Yeah, I told her, I
I think
said,
it's
yo, stop
more
wearing that.
important than a
That shirt
woman
is
that's
done.
telling you.
I was like, please don't ever wear that shit outside that house.
Hmm.
And then I think a week later he bought himself a new shirt and like I was like, you look clean. I was like, I like that. And then
I was
he
Hmm.
there for that.
yeah. And then like the next week he wore the same shirt and I was like, please don't overdo it. I told him, I said, don't overdo it. All right. I said, that shirt didn't look like your last shirt. I said, don't overdo it. He listened to me though. That's what I listened to.
I'm telling you, sometimes you just need another man to man. Because even I be telling some of my guy friends, my straight guy friends, I'm like, look, you're eating very sloppy. and I'm disgusted. So I can only imagine if you got a woman here, you need to stop.
Yeah. It was
Who
one
I
time
said
when,
you need to stop.
remember Ken, he was trying to grow out his afro, but his size wasn't catching.
Wait, you said
How
what?
did that work, bro?
I don't
He,
know.
so he had a rectangular shaped head. So the top,
Wait a minute.
the top, he had cornrows for the top, but he didn't have enough for the sides. And also he had alopecia, so he had bald spots. And this nigga wanted to
Oh
get
my god.
this nigga wanted to get cornrows so bad, and I told him, no, you don't have size, and you have a bald spot. The nigga got one anyway. And
No, Ray, this shit was detached. You remember? It was
yes,
freaking
this shit was
detached.
detached. And the nigga had an audacity to fucking try to come at me, and I fucking lit his ass up. That's it.
Oh my god.
But I also told him, I said, do me a favor, go find the nearest barber you can, ask for a boozy fade, and call it a fucking day.
I'm tired of y'all and these boozy feet.
Yeah, but he had the head for a boozy fade. That's the only reason I told him to get one.
The head shape. It was
He
the
had
head.
the head shape for a boozy fade, and when he got the fade, he looked so much cleaner. So I was like, thank you.
Nah, that cornrow, that was a fucking violation, bro. That nigga broke code with that shit on his head.
No, Ernest broke code. That
Ooh.
when he had
Many
that fucking
codes.
haircut, Brandon had to literally tell me stop coming after him. It's like everybody had to like because I was clowning him the most because this nigga, oh my fucking god,
He
And
got
look,
it done by the
he
Asians.
got they thems and LGBT with his hair.
Shit.
Say that one more time, Xavier. I ain't hear you.
No, I'm not even gonna repeat what I just said.
Oh my, yeah.
But before I go, real quick side note. Are any of y'all going to Oticon?
I'm
I
I work
can.
on the
I don't know if I
weekend,
will.
but if it's anything, I'm gonna try to make
Wait,
it.
I'm sorry, y'all were talking at the same time.
Go ahead. Yeah, you first.
I was saying I can, but I don't know if I will yet.
Okay, and what were you saying, Ray?
I said I work on the weekend, but I will try to like at least go up there and try to see people because I work at like 8 o'clock at night. Oh,
Okay,
8:30 at night. So if
you're
I'm
still with.
going there, I'm going there in the morning.
Are you still with the A?
Say it again.
You're still with the A company?
Yes.
Do you go to a site?
Do I go to where?
Do you go to an actual site, or do you work from home?
No, I go to. I'll be in DC.
Oh,
Union Station. I'll be in Union Station.
really?
Oh,
Oh
really?
shit.
I was just in Union Station.
Union
Yeah, I'll
Station.
be in
Shit,
Union Station.
you
I
might see
see.
me soon. I got a trip I gotta take end of August.
You probably see me. I done seen a couple of our peoples while riding the train. They don't see me. That's it.
Oh wait, you ride on the train too?
Yeah.
What? Wait, are you going to be are you going to be somewhere early Saturday morning?
Early Saturday. No, I don't go into work until on Saturdays until 8:30 at night. That's when
Oh,
I.
okay, because I'm going to Philly. I was gonna be like, yo, if you are on a train, that's gonna be so funny.
I'll be yeah. If you're there, I'll be in Philly. So that's
You said what?
I'll be in Philly because that's where the train go. I go from DC to Philly, and then Philly back
Oh yeah, oh, that's
Wait,
too
every
funny.
time?
every time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so wait, so when you say you work at night, you don't you're working on the train. You're not like in the little booths.
I work on the trains. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Good shit.
Okay, now.
Yeah, so, but
Well, I'll be at Otakon. Whoever comes up there, I'd like to say hello. So,
Yeah. I didn't go last year, so I'm like,
I mean, this year is the 30th anniversary. So,
yeah, it's 30th
oh,
anniversary.
that's a big deal.
Yeah. Y'all remember y'all first time going to it to an Otakon?
oh, hell to the
2017.
yeah.
That was the Otakon I gave Xavier my flag. Remember?
Oh shit!
Is that the Otakon where we got? Or was that Katsucon?
When
The
we got real
And
drunk
we was
that
waiting
one.
on George. No, that was
Oh
Katsucon.
shit!
And George ass fell asleep.
yeah, that one was Katsucon.
Shit pissed me off.
You look pissed.
Yeah, that shit was great. It was, yeah. I remember. I think the first time I party with y'all, I got drunk as hell. That's that
In the
was
hotel room, right?
yeah, in a hotel room.
Well, all of us was there.
Yeah,
It was
that
basically
shit.
like AI part 2.
Yeah, that shit was bonkers. That was. I don't think I've ever been that drunk around black people in my life. But
That was that was the day I discovered that alcohol makes me flex, and I can't stop it.
oh yeah, and I told you that too. I told him that. I said you're going to be flexing. I told him exactly what's going to happen. I said, you're going to be flexing for no reason. And throughout that whole time, he was flexing for no reason.
I have a picture or a video of him, Mark, and somebody else in the video. I don't know where it
Oh,
is. I
word.
have to find it.
Shoot. But I'm not going to lie.
Wait a minute. Isn't that video of us singing?
I think so. If you, Mark, and somebody, you guys got your arms around each other,
Yeah, I
around each
remember
other's
what it
shoulders.
was. It was me, Mark. It was me, Mark, and Ray, and we were singing "We Cry Together" by the OJ's. Ain't that what we did?
I think
I
that was
don't,
it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Because we had Henny.
Yeah.
We was on that Henny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember
I
it like it
drank
was
heavy
fucking
that day.
yesterday.
Mm. Well, when I find that
That was a
video,
good. That was a good
I
time
will
too.
send it to you. But on that note, I'm going to go to bed because I have to wake up early in the morning.
Yeah, I was just about to get into final thoughts too. And if that's your final thoughts, then
That's my final thoughts. You guys have a good night.
Good night.
all right. Good night, Dion. Where final thoughts is on you.
Nothing in that.
Okay. Father is on you.
First off, I just want to give a shout out to Haitian women. They're the best. I get a lot of love from Haitian women, so I just want to shout them out. And let's see if there's anything else. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to Punk Winnie Evo, I guess.
Yo, this might be the best Evo I've ever seen.
Oh no, the best Evo I ever seen was 2012.
2012 was a great year.
2012 is my favorite Evo of all fucking time.
That's your favorite Evo? Yeah. So what would you put this Evo at?
I don't even know if I want to rank it for real because it's such a different type of format.
I'm so used to top 8s, and like top 6 is so weird to me. But
I mean, top 6 makes sense because they get to cut down on time, and it's a good amount of matches anyway.
yeah. But shoot, Parkland, I will say this: Parkland was choked that one away as well. Like, That was literally down to the wire. But shout out to that boy Punk.
Nah, bro. I wanted America to continue its losing streak. Nah, let me tell you,
Damn.
American players need to be the fuck humble. I have never seen niggas lose every tournament and still talk shit. We have a special type of delusion over here in the United States. And I've always said this. I think you've even heard me say this in regards to Tekken. The reason
Yeah.
why America don't win these fucking tournaments as much as they should is because niggas talk too much. They as soon as you lose, you go on Twitter and you start fucking tapping your phone screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and Punk a talker too. The only thing is he can back it up. You know what I'm saying? Filipino champ, he wasn't talking, but he could back it up. So I don't give a fuck in regards to that. But just sometimes, like, bruh, if you losing to these people consistently, then you shouldn't be doing all that talking. At least to me. You can tell them outside it. I've been FGC a long time. I'll get you straight.
Yeah. But I think I'm just biased because Third Strike was there, and that Third Strike, top six. I
Shout
like
out to my boy Hayao. That is my favorite Third Strike player of all time.
As soon as I seen Hayao and MOV, I knew I was going to see some excited Third Strike. I wish my man Tominaga made the top six too, but I don't know where he lost that. But and some of the American people too that was in there. Frankie BFG is nice. So I knew all the. It's weird. I knew a lot of those Third Strike players, and I played most of them too. The guy that was an announcer, Durilov. I played him on in the PS3 version, the OEs, and I played Arlief. I don't know if you know who Arlief is. They're both I think both of them are Dakota players. So and I played the majority of these. The majority of the people I saw, I kind of played against. So it's just like seeing Third Strike being on Evo again. If they bring it back, I'd be happy. But I know probably they're going to bring back like Capcom versus SNK 2. But
damn,
I love that.
Wow. I think that's legit one of my favorite video games of all time, period.
Capcom versus SNK 2. Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
Yo, because, like, first of all, bro, that's one of the prettiest fighting games I've ever seen in my life. Like, the menus and everything, like, it was just so iconic. And then on top of that, like, the artwork for it, because it had two different types of art. It had the Capcom art and it had the SNK art. Like, nah, that game was fucking special, bro. That game has a very special place in my heart.
That game, I love that game too. That's in my top 5 fighting games of all time too.
Yeah, because I always my big 3 was Third Strike, CVS 2, and Dark Resurrection, Tekken 5.
Mine too.
Those were my big 3.
What favorite 3 fighting games?
Yeah, but you know what? But like a game that's like inching up there is KOF 13. I think KOF 13 is one of the greatest fighting games ever made.
My big 3 for fighting games, like I'm gonna go the original Killer Instinct from the Super Nintendo, Smash Brothers Melee from the GameCube, and Def Jam Fight from New York.
That's an odd 3, but I respect it.
Nah, that's just I mean they are fighting games, but
I'm leaning on nostalgia a bit, but but come on, those are all solid ass games. I don't care what anyone says. Out of the entire Smash Bros. Franchise, Melee was the best game.
I like Ultimate. I think Ultimate's fun.
Yeah, I think Ultimate is fun as well.
Nothing wrong with Ultimate, but there was something about Melee.
Ultimate is fun when you don't play competitively. Like niggas be trying to do all that tech shit, and I'm like, bruh, you're playing a game where in order to approach, you got to run and then fucking stop it.
Mind you, I know how to do certain stuff that the pros and the tournament players or whatever do, but
You ain't like wave dancing and dash dashing and all that other stuff. That stuff you can't.
nah, no. But if I really wanted to, okay, now I gotta tell you who the fuck I am. I can show you some combos. I'm a nasty Bowser player.
Oh shit, Ray. That sounds like a challenge to me.
I was about to say this. I was about to say, wow, you might have to see something about that.
Yeah,
And
I might have to see you about that.
if my Bowser don't get you, Pikachu will.
Yeah, I mean, you can have Pikachu. I'm claiming Bowser though.
Do we have us a triple threat?
Nah, I'm not a Bowser man. I'm more.
I was about to say,
I
Father, you and me fight identical, so I'm not shocked that we like use similar characters in so many games.
I
I
use
just like Bowser.
I use Luigi in every Smash game. So
I
every
can I can work Luigi. I like Mario better, particularly Dr. Mario. Don't ask why.
Pills.
you
You get to throw quaaludes at people. That's why.
Yeah, eat this first.
Percocet, Molly Percocet.
I'm your pusher man.
But yeah, Wallace, is that your final thoughts?
That's my final thoughts.
Shit. I did have something with final thoughts. I can't remember it right now. Other than the whole motherfucking not Otakon, Evo. It was like just the whole third striker Evo thing. I just said that. I think that was my final thoughts. But other than that, I hope everybody. Umar was on the Breakfast Club, and I just realized I think that's my whole State of the Union. Instead of watching the State of the Union, I feel like I just watched Umar on the Breakfast Club, and that's just do it.
Ray, that is some 100,000 level IQ shit you just said. Because I kind of feel the same.
Every time I notice this, like every time I see Uber, like I have YouTube Premium, right? So I literally downloaded just so I didn't have to worry about buffering, just so I could watch it all the way through.
Now,
That's
it's
how much
gotten to the point where if it says Umar interview, I'm like a kid at a motherfucking candy store.
I am too. This is like, um, and as usual, I think Umar did a fantastic job because I was captivated. And he said something about Project 2025 that I thought was all he was spot on. He was like, "Y'all worried about that now? This should have been happening because they've been trying to take away stuff from black people like Roe v. Wade and all the other stuff." So I want people to understand, like, you don't have to wait till if they don't really have to, they don't have to wait till Project 2025. They're doing it as we speak. Y'all don't really pay attention to shit. So, also, I read, and this is on video games. 82% of people like use microtransactions, and I know a lot of people complain about microtransactions. And there's a lot of games where it gets really expensive, like Apex. Instead of paying $20, like you're paying like $10 for, and they're splitting it in half. But not only that, they're doing some other bullshit where like you can't even like use in-game currency to buy. You have to use your regular money or some shit like that. And I've been saying this is just, y'all really got to pay attention to what y'all put your money on because these corporate greedy people are definitely taking your money and not giving a damn about how you feel about it. So I want people to like pay attention to what the fuck they're doing, especially when it comes to video games, because I think a lot of stuff's gonna be like not only $70, but you're also gonna have like $30 microtransactions. and I don't want that in my video game, and I know you don't either. So I need people to really just like. I, I understand like most people play like 2K or Fortnite or games, free to play games and shit. But I also want people to understand that like, I don't want an unfinished project for I don't want to buy an unfinished project for $70 either. So gamers fix on that. But that's all I wanted to say. I'd like to thank the panel for jumping on as usual. I would like to thank all of us for listening to hear us talk our shit again. This is You Know What? Let me just say podcast and we sign it out. Peace.
Adios.